Ever scroll through Instagram, see those pictures of crystal clear water, amazing beaches, incredible mountains, and think, man, I wish I could go there.
Yeah, me too.
But then you see the price of flights.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, well, I guess my couch looks pretty good right now.
Right.
Well, get ready to ditch the couch because today we're diving into travel hacking.
Yeah, we're going to make those someday trips a reality.
Exactly.
And the best part is, it's not about, shady loopholes or anything like that. It's really just about understanding this.
Secret language.
Yeah, yeah. The secret language of points and miles.
Yes. And it can unlock so much. In fact, one of the sources we looked at for this deep dive talked about a business class flight to Europe for less than an economy ticket.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's the power of knowing how these programs work.
Okay, so less money, way more luxury. But where do we even begin?
It all starts with understanding the big three: airline miles, hotel loyalty programs, and then, of course, those credit card rewards programs.
Okay, so those are like the three pillars of the travel hacking world.
Absolutely.
But there are so many programs out there. How do I know which ones to actually use?
That's a great question. So let's start with airlines. Some programs, they work on this distance-based system. Basically, the further you fly, the more miles you earn. But then others, it's all about how much you're spending, so it's revenue-based.
Got it. So figure out your travel style first.
Exactly.
Okay, what about hotel loyalty programs? Is it just as simple as getting a free night here and there?
Free nights are amazing, don't get me wrong, but honestly, it's so much more than that. We're talking room upgrades, maybe a late checkout so you can, enjoy that vacation a little longer.
Oh, yeah.
Free breakfast, and I'm talking like croissants piled high.
Okay, you had me at croissants. But honestly, let's be real. Everyone's talking about credit cards these days when it comes to travel rewards. What's the deal with those?
They're a game changer, especially if you have the kind that has those transferable points. It's like having this magical currency that works for different airlines and hotels, like Chase Ultimate Rewards, Amex Membership Rewards. You can transfer those points around.
So it's different than just getting cash back with my credit card.
Exactly. Transferable points give you options.
And options sound good to me. But how do we actually get all these points? How do we become like travel hacking pros?
Let's dive into some strategies.
All right, strategies. Lay it on me. How do we start racking up those points like it's our job?
Okay, let's kick things off with a bang. Credit card sign-up bonuses. We're talking 50,000 points, sometimes even 100,000 points, just for opening a new card.
Okay, that sounds amazing, but I got to be honest. Those minimum spending requirements always kind of freak me out.
Yeah, I hear ya.
How do you even hit those without, going into debt? Which kind of defeats the purpose of, free travel.
Right, exactly. The key is you don't want to change your spending habits just to hit that minimum. You want to choose cards with requirements that actually match how you already spend money.
Okay, that makes sense.
Like, for example, if you know you have a big purchase coming up, maybe you need a new appliance or something, that's the perfect time to think about applying for a card, right? Because then that big purchase will help you hit that minimum spend.
Oh, that's smart. So be strategic with it.
Exactly. And I can't stress this enough, you've got to pay that balance off in full every month.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because interest charges, that'll totally derail your travel hacking goals.
Yeah, debt is not a good travel buddy.
Not at all.
Okay, so let's say we get the cards, we're paying them off responsibly. How do we make those everyday purchases, work harder for us? How do we get more points?
I'm so glad you asked. You're thinking like a true travel hacker now. We're talking about maximizing those category bonuses.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about those.
Pay attention to the cards that give you bonus points for things you're already buying, dining out, groceries, even gas.
So wait, I should be, checking my credit cards every time I go to the grocery store.
It's not a bad idea. Some cards even have those rotating bonus categories. So one quarter it might be like 5% back at Amazon, and then next quarter it's like all about gas stations.
Well, that's kind of fun. Keeps it interesting. It's like a little game.
Exactly.
Okay, what else? Are there any other secret point hacks that we need to know about?
You'd be surprised. Ever heard of airline dining programs?
Airline dining.
Yeah, you link your credit card to the program, you dine at their participating restaurants, and bam, bonus miles just for enjoying a meal.
Wait, free points for eating. I'm listening. Now, I have heard some buzz about this thing called manufactured spending. Is this where things get a little bit intense?
I mean, it can be. It's definitely a more advanced strategy. It's all about strategically using your credit card for purchases that you can quickly turn back into cash. It's a way to basically meet those minimum spending requirements a little faster.
Okay.
But, and I want to emphasize this, it's so important to really understand all the details, the risks even, before you even think about trying manufactured spending.
So maybe not for beginners.
Yeah, maybe not right away.
Okay, so playing it safe for now. Any other ways to squeeze a few more points out of, well, life before we move on?
No, totally. Don't underestimate those like little opportunities, the surveys, promotion, those emails we all get. Sometimes they're actually hiding little points treasures.
Okay, so check those spam folders maybe.
Sometimes.
All right, I'm feeling very overwhelmed in the best way possible with all of these ways to earn points. But let's talk about actually using them. I'm ready to book that beachfront bungalow in Bali, that European adventure. How do we make those dreams a reality?
That's the exciting part. But before we get ahead of ourselves, we've got to talk about two very important things: award charts and dynamic pricing.
Okay.
So award charts are basically like secret menus that airlines and hotels use. They tell you exactly how many miles or points you need for that flight or that hotel stay.
So it's like a treasure map, but instead of finding buried gold, you find amazing travel deals.
Exactly. Dynamic pricing now, that one can be a little trickier. Basically, instead of having those like fixed award rates, airlines and hotels can actually change the number of points that you need based on how popular a flight is or a certain date range.
So you've got to be flexible.
Flexibility is key, my friend. And this is where having the right tools and resources, it can make a world of difference. But we'll get into those in a little bit. First, I want to hear more about those adventurous trips you're dreaming of. Like those stopover flights where you get to spend a little time in another city on your way to your final destination.
Oh, yeah. I'm all about maximizing those travel experiences. What about those open jaw flights?
Yeah.
Those are cool too, right?
Exactly. And those are what we call advanced booking techniques. And trust me, they can really unlock a whole new level of travel hacking. It's like getting a free mini vacation added onto your trip.
Okay, I'm already picturing myself sipping espresso in Rome on my way to Greece. This is amazing. Okay, what about those bucket list trips? Flying first class, staying in an overwater bungalow. Can our points make those dreams happen too, or are we talking about a different kind of magic? Those bucket list trips, it's feeling more and more possible now.
Oh, absolutely they are. Honestly, this is where those points and miles, they really shine, We're talking about those high-end redemptions, the ones that seem totally out of reach when you're looking at those cash prices, sipping champagne in first class on the way to Paris. Possible. Relaxing in that overwater bungalow, you can make it happen.
Right, I am sold. This is way more exciting than just, endlessly searching for the cheapest economy seat.
Yeah.
But how do we know when to actually use our points?
Yeah.
When does it make more sense to just, pay cash for a trip?
Yeah, that's the million-dollar question, right? And the truth is sometimes paying cash actually might be the smarter move. Like, if you find a crazy good deal on a flight, or maybe you're trying to reach a higher status level with an airline or a hotel.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But other times, you can actually unlock even more value if you use, a combination of points and cash. Like, some airlines let you pay for part of your flight with cash, and then you can use your points for a suite upgrade. It's all about weighing those options.
Okay, so many possibilities.
Right.
This is, a lot of information. It seems like, having the right tools, knowing where to find the deals, that's got to be key. Where do we even begin?
Totally. It can be overwhelming if you're just starting out, but that's where those tools and resources come in. Remember, we talked about those. So there are some really awesome award-booking search engines out there. They basically do all the hard work for you, comparing different flights, hotels across all those different programs.
Okay, anything that makes this easier, I am here for it.
Right. And then you've also got point valuation websites, and these can really help you understand how much your points are actually worth, So you're getting a good deal. It's like exchanging currency. You want that good exchange rate.
Makes sense.
Uh-huh.
Are there any other, secret weapons we need in our travel hacking toolkit?
Oh, for sure. Community, my friend. Don't underestimate the power of community. Those online forums, blogs, especially the ones that are all about travel hacking, those are like gold mines.
Yeah.
You can learn from other travelers, get the inside scoop on, all the latest deals, and some of them you can actually get personalized advice. It's like having your own personal travel hacking mentor, cheering you on.
I love that. Okay, we've got the strategies, the tools, the community. I'm feeling pretty unstoppable right now. But for all this talk about amazing trips and points, are there any pitfalls we should, watch out for?
There are a few. Probably the biggest mistake that people make is carrying those credit card balances.
Oh.
Remember those interest charges we talked about? Those will wipe out any rewards you're earning faster than you can say travel hacking.
Right. Got to be responsible.
Exactly. Always pay that balance in full every single month.
Okay, for sure, for sure. Anything else to avoid?
Let's see, don't let those points expire. I'm serious, every program has a different policy, so mark those dates. It's so sad to see those hard-earned points just like disappear.
Yeah.
Also, while it's super fun to chase those incredible deals, remember to actually enjoy the journey too. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
planning your trip, it should be fun. It shouldn't feel like a chore.
Yes, preach. It's about the journey, not just the destination, right?
Exactly. And last but not least, don't forget about those pesky taxes and fees. Those can really add up. What seems like an amazing deal, it might actually end up costing you more than you expected once you factor all that in.
Right. Okay, that's a really good point. So someone listening right now who's like totally fired up about travel hacking, what's the best way to dive in? Where do you even begin?
I always tell people it starts with a little bit of soul searching, like really think about where do you want to go? What kind of experiences are you looking for? What matters most to you? Once you've got those travel goals figured out, then you can start exploring different programs. See which airlines, which hotels, which credit cards fit with your travel dreams. And remember, you don't have to go from 0 to 60.
Mm,
Start small, pick a program or two that you're excited about, and then you can always scale up as you get more comfortable and confident.
I love that. Start small, dream big.
Yeah.
And most importantly, enjoy every step.
Yes. And don't forget to track those points. Those are your golden tickets to actually making those dreams a reality.
So true. Well, there you have it, fellow adventurers. We've made it. We journeyed through the exciting world of travel hacking, from those reward programs, racking up those points like pros, and then, of course, the best part, using them to actually travel the world.
Remember, flexibility is your friend when it comes to travel hacking. Sometimes being a little flexible with your dates or your destination, well, that can lead to some amazing deals. And don't be afraid to get a little creative. Think about those stopovers, those open jaw flights, all those fun things we talked about.
Your dream trip, it might be closer than you think. Sometimes all it takes is just taking that first step. So what are you waiting for? Get out there, start racking up those points, and happy travels, everyone.